everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki, known here as the One-Handed Bandit. And yes, I do look like a raccoon right now, but that is for a very good reason. Today I'm going to be trying out the Morphe, is it the Artistry? I think it's called the Artistry. It's this palette that they released earlier this month. It is this palette, and it also came with a brush set as well. And this collection is for a good cause. It is for the Trevor project to prevent suicide prevention, and 100% of the proceeds of these two items do go to that good cause. And what better way to spend money, buy makeup, wear makeup, other than to support a good cause. So because it was for a good cause, I decided to pick up this palette, even though I'm not a huge Morphe fan. They have been going downhill lately for me. No tea, no shade. But this is the gorgeous palette with all of these beautiful shades. And this is how the brush set looks. It kind of gave me OCD how the colors didn't align together, but you know, this is cute to put on your vanity, or you know, just to sit back here behind you for a collector's item. I do like to collect certain things. And this is what the inside of the brush set looks like. You have 7 brushes. These brushes are not very good quality in my opinion compared to Morphe's other brushes, so I will not be using this today. Like I said, this is a very nice collector's item to have, or just to put on your vanity. It was only $28, and I believe, no, it was $20 and the palette was $28, something like that. So the reason why my video is kind of late was because my palette arrived broken and they didn't have any more in stock, so I had to go to the Morphe store to exchange it out, which wasn't a big deal, but I was kind of disappointed because my video is going up a little bit late. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. I'm going to try to dabble in a few of the colors, maybe 4 or 5 different colors, to see what type of look I'm going to create today. So I went ahead and did my brows off camera, and I also primed my eyes with the Colourpop white base. This is in the shade Fair 00. Is it Fair 00? Yeah, Fair 00. It's just a white base. I wanted to use something white because of course my skin is dark, and I wanted something to pick up these beautiful colors. So I'm not sure what look I'm going to go for today, but I think I'm going to, I may stay on the neutral side because I have been playing in with a lot of colors lately. So let's start out with this yellow shade, which is called Sunlight, and that is this yellow right here. And I'm going to add that with the Morphe E27 blending brush, and I'm just going to make sure, oh, my concealer is creasing. I'm just going to tap it out because I have hooded lids, so it does crease when my eyes are relaxed. So I'm going in with Sunlight. I'm not going to do a pride look because I believe I have already done that here on my channel, and I also did quite a few looks for Pride Month on Instagram as well. I think I did a single Yeah, I did too. I don't think I did. I did a look for every color of the rainbow, and I also did an entire rainbow look as well. I wasn't too proud of the rainbow look, but for each color individually, I did enjoy that. So just blending out Sunlight. So it's a nice pigmented shade. I mean, you do have to pack it on quite a bit, but I mean, yellows are hard to formulate. So this palette really forces you to step out of the box and use some colorful shades. So I'm going to go with this peachy shade right here, which is called Pride. And I'm just going to add that in my transition area. I'm going to tap off the excess because that one is a tad bit powdery. Yeah, it's a nice peach. Now that that's all blended in, I want to deepen it up a little bit. I'm going to go in with this. I think this is a red. And this is called Life, but it's not a true red. It kind of looks a little maroonish. So I'm adding that right below where I added the peachy shade called Pride. So right there in that socket. I'm just going to cut my crease using some micellar water and a Q-tip. And I'm just going to carve out my crease. So I just wet the Q-tip. And it just removes whatever color or concealer or a bit of shadow is whatever's on the lid that you don't want. You just wipe it off. So next I'm going to take my eye glue from the crayon case. I love this with using a shimmer shade. So I'm going to add a shimmer on my lid. So I'm just going to take it on a small concealer brush and apply just like that. So now that I have that on my lid, I'm going to go in with a gold shade. Gold is my favorite color for my eyelids. So I'm going to use this gold shade called Healing. That's that one right there. And I'm going to add that on my lid. And I just want to see if I have to wet my brush. I don't have to wet my brush, but it looks like you have to pack it on. But it looks like it could be a topper. It's very glittery. It's not like a shimmer shade like I thought it was gonna be. And I'm gonna go back in with the reddish brown shade called Life and just blend out the edges. So far with the 4 shades that I've used, this seems to be a very nice palette. It wouldn't be a colorful palette that I would gravitate towards whenever I want a colorful look. But I like to collect palettes, so it's a good one. And like I mentioned, this is for a good cause, to prevent suicide, so definitely worth it in my opinion. At least my makeup addiction has helped someone, and if I remember correctly, 100% of the proceeds will go to a good cause. So okay, so that looks good. I'm going to add some liner and pop on some lashes, and I'll be back to finish the rest of my face and add an inner corner highlight as well. So I applied liner and lashes off camera. The lashes that I'm wearing are by Koutored Lashes, and they are in the style Cute. You can follow them on Instagram at Koutored Lashes. And my face is really dry today, so I'm going to use my Fenty primer, and I'm gonna add like a tiny drop of the Bakerie baking oil. So 2 small pumps of the Fenty, and I'm gonna use the smallest drop possible with the beauty oil. My skin may not look dry, but it feels like if I smile, my face would crack. And that's only because I haven't been feeling well. So I've just been lazy with my skincare, and my skin is suffering right now. Some of that oil got on my lips, but that's good because that's a very good moisturizer all over your face. Okay. So now that the face is primed, I'm also going to use my Fenty foundation as well. And I'm in the shade 380. I should be merging in very soon to 390. I'm so happy to see that Supa is doing much better. She's back to her old self, and she's spending time with her family, and she's also back to business as well, which is good. I was so scared for her and definitely prayed for her. And I think I want to go in with my brush just to make sure that this is all blended. For concealer, as you know, I am going in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade Natural Sand. I'm just going to take the opposite side of that beauty sponge and blend out the concealer on the edges. So I'm going to set that concealer with my Beauty Bakerie Flour Powder under my eye. So I haven't used my Fenty Contour Matchstick in a minute, so I'm going to use that to contour my nose, but I will set with a powder as well. So I'm using the Fenty Matchstick in the shade Truffle. So I'm going to set my nose contour very, very lightly because I do not like a dark nose contour. I'm using the ABH bronzer in Mahogany. And I'm barely tapping it. And I'm going to tap off the excess. I'm going to use the Fenty Sunstalker bronzer in Cocoa Naughty. For blush, I'm going to use the Fenty Kilowatt in Penny For You Thoughts. I'm going to add the burgundy red shade to my bottom lash line. I'm going to add some mascara. This is the Pat McGrath Fetish mascara. And for an inner corner highlight, I'm going to use this shade here, which is called Stonewall. I'm going to add that to my inner corner. I'm going to set my face with the Anastasia Dewy Set. If you're on Instagram, I'm quite sure you have seen some of her looks. Her name is Tailormadejane, and she did a collaboration with Beautyvaulte, and she came up with 2 lipsticks. Well, actually 1 lipstick and a gloss. The first one is this darker shade, which is called Fudge Me. And she also have this gloss, which is called Send Nudes. And I've been seeing her ombre these 2 lips together using the Fudge Me as a liner and Send Nudes as the middle portion of her lip. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. Let's see. And by the way, congratulations to Tailormadejane. And if you're not following her, definitely follow her. She also has a channel here on YouTube as well with the same name, Tailormadejane. And just that portion where there's no lipstick, I'm going to add that gloss, and this is in the shade Send Nudes, as I mentioned before. The shade is very pretty, but I don't like the applicator. The wand, it's really sticky and hard to move the product around, and this is the applicator. So, but it has sort of like a foot angle, like if you saw like a ballerina's foot, like that. And it's hard to get the product on my lip. It's like everything is in that middle portion. Okay, that works much better, but the applicator is very tricky. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter in the shade Sunset Aurora. Well, that is the final look. That is the finished product of me using the Morphe 25L palette. Very, very beautiful palette. These shades are super pigmented. Some of them, they do have to be blended out quite a bit, but very gorgeous look. And the sale of this palette is for a good cause. So stop by your local Morphe and see if you can still pick it up. I haven't used any of these brushes because they feel really cheap and flimsy, I'm gonna be totally honest. But I will keep them on my vanity as decoration. And if you enjoy makeup videos, definitely subscribe if you are a new person to my channel. Also, click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload videos. And also share me to your friends and family. Don't be stingy. Share me, have them also subscribe and follow me as well. My channel is